Hello dear students, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Miss Parneet Kaur Chaudhary and today we shall be discussing a practical of the subject switchgear and protection. The aim of the practical is to test the working of the single phasing preventer using a three-phase induction motor. When one of the phases connected to a three-phase induction motor goes out of order due to some reason, the motor runs on two phases. This is known as single phasing and the motor is to be disconnected immediately from the supply automatically. In our case, single phase occurs due to blowing out of a fuse. So we can see that the motor continues to rotate as a single phase motor on the remaining single phase supply. There will be current only in the two windings, which will create negative sequence current in the rotor bars and the stator winding. Now there will be increase in noise level of the motor and the speed of the motor will also go on decreasing since it is running on single phase. There will also be overheating of the rotor bars and as well as the stator windings. So we can see the rotor bars and the stator winding will get excessively heated up. But still the motor continues to rotate as the healthy fuses are not blown out. If the load goes on increasing, the motor will stop under the single phasing effect. So current in the two winding increases more than the full load current. Now excessive heat will be produced in the rotor bars and stator winding due to the increased negative sequence current. The rotor becomes very hot and the insulation of the stator winding will phase, causing short circuit. All the fuses will now start to blow out. If the fuses are oversized, then the stator winding will get excessively heated up. Now we can see that if the fuses are oversized, then the stator winding get heated up and finally the motor goes on fire. Okay, so we have this simulation panel for protection of a three-phase induction motor. So we have already discussed that three-phase induction motor undergoes various abnormal conditions like overcurrent fault, under voltage fault, thermal overload fault and single phasing fault. So out of that we will be discussing single phasing fault on this particular panel or this particular kit today. So now we will discuss the connections. Now here you see that this kit has the indicators. These are just the indicators to indicate the on-off condition of this particular panel. We have ammeter and voltmeter display over here so as to indicate what is the value of voltage and current. The mains MCB switch is provided to switch on this particular kit. Then we have the input terminals over here, R7, Y7, B7. These are the RYB terminals input and these are the RYB terminals output. So the output RYB terminals, motor terminals, these are connected to the three-phase induction motor that we have over here. So we have connected this three terminals to the three-phase induction motor. We shall now connect the input terminals to the supply that we have over here. So RYBN we shall be connecting to the RYBN of the panel. So we will make these connections now. So here we have connected the R phase of input. Similarly, we shall be connecting the remaining two terminals, the Y phase of input with the Y phase of supply, B phase of input with the B phase and the neutral. So this we have provided the supply to this kit. Okay. Now we have to connect the output terminal, that is the motor terminal. We have already connected them to the motor, but to observe the single phasing fault, we have to connect these three terminals with the RYB over here of the single phasing fault so that the single phasing preventer which is inside this panel gets connected to the motor. So, and we also have this indicator over here, single phasing fault indicator. Now we shall be observing the working of this kit, so you will be able to see that when single phasing fault occurs, the single phasing fault LED or this indicator will be glowing. So these are the connections that we have done. We have this start and stop push buttons over here. So when we will press the start push button, the kit will start getting supply. So first we have to provide voltage from here. So initially we keep this knob at 0 position, and later on we gradually go on increasing the voltage up to 415 volts, which is required by the 3-phase induction motor. After that we shall be pressing this start push button, and single phasing fault will automatically occur inside this simulation panel, and we can see that the motor will immediately stop so as to prevent or protect the motor from the abnormality or the various disastrous effect that occur when a single phasing fault occurs. Okay, so we have the simulation panel for the protection of 3-phase induction motor against the single phasing fault. So we will switch on this panel. We have seen the connection. Now we will switch on this panel and we will check how this single phasing fault preventer will operate, and it will stop the supply, or it will disconnect the supply to the motor, and the motor will stop rotating as soon as single phasing fault occurs. Okay, so we will switch on this supply and we will switch on the mains MCB of this kit. Okay, so initially you see voltage is 0 because we have not supplied any voltage. We will vary this knob and we will start increasing the voltage. Now you see, as we are increasing the voltage, you can see the value of the voltage on the display. Okay, now the under voltage fault indicator is glowing. That is because the voltage provided is not sufficient. The 3-phase induction motor requires around 415 volt. So we will go on increasing this value of the voltage up to 415 volts. Okay, now the under voltage indicator has stopped glowing. Okay, so now we have supplied around 415 volt to this motor over here. Now when we will switch on or we will start this kit, the motor will start rotating, and immediately, because we have done connection in the single phase fault preventer, immediately single phase fault will occur and the motor will stop rotating, and you will see that single phasing fault indicator will start glowing. Okay, so now you see we have this start push button over here. When we press this, motor will start, immediately single phase fault will occur and the motor will stop rotating, and the single phasing fault indicator will start glowing. Okay, now I'll press the start button and now you will observe the operation. Motor is now rotating and you see motor has now stopped. Single phasing fault indicator has shown us that single phasing fault has occurred in the case of this particular induction motor. So I hope you have understood this practical related to the working of single phasing preventer for a 3-phase induction motor. Do like and share the video, and for more such videos please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you.